It's really important to me as a caretaker that I know that that land doesn't belong to me. I didn't really know when we purchased that land that we would be bringing the vision of nature restorative practices, especially for BIPOC people and BIPOC youth.
I think Medicine Wheel Way is a place where many people can come with many different traditions. You know, it is an ancestral land of the Cherokee, yes, but it is now the ancestral land of many people.
It's been really a wonderful journey of doing things like sweat lodges and rites of passage and grief ceremonies.
When we're sitting in spiritual spaces, when we're sitting in ceremonial spaces, we're really leaving ourselves open, and the land that you're on and the people you're with have a huge impact on that.
When we first started doing sweat lodges here, you know, we might have 5 or 6 people. The last one we did, there were 40 people. So we're growing the community, we're growing the land, we're bringing people back into a place of honoring spirit, honoring the land.
This was something that I wanted to give back to the community, and also just a lifelong dream of bringing community into a space where people felt like when they were there, they not only belonged, but that it was part of their land too, that it was their home. The first time I saw what had happened, I actually saw it on a TikTok video.
This creek basin was one of the areas of highest devastation, and there was a number of lives lost. And yeah, entire sections of mountain are gone, and a good chunk of that is out here on the ground right now.
The realization of Helene was really hard to take in. I really didn't have any words that could explain anything. Just felt like all of the inside of me just really was cold and just hard, and just felt just lost really without the beauty of that land.
It was a moment of just total disbelief, but at the same time, total, I don't know. What are we going to do? How do we come back from this?
Today we're going to offer up a pipe to this land, to this community, and to our extended communities, because we are no longer just Medicine Wheel Way. Medicine Wheel Way will now become a place, a shelter, a sanctuary for all people to come to. And I am so happy that all of us have been working so hard together to understand what it means to offer shelter and sanctuary to all that are in need of that. So let us stand together with all of our communities. And even though we will refer to her as Medicine Wheel Way, she will be the open door to this new world that is being birthed. And we have to hold her very delicately as she comes out into the birth canal. Thank you so much for coming here and standing with us today. As an Indigenous grief facilitator and a ceremonialist of many different things, It's easier when it's somebody on the other side, but to deal with your own hopelessness and despair is pretty hard.
My heart went out to Sharon because Sharon, I could tell she was, so I hope you can make it through this. We got to get through this.
But in my deepest, darkest moments, the thing that I kept hearing most of all was Creator would say, you would be out on this land doing ceremonies and you were all praying for change. But when change came, you weren't really happy with it. Change does not come the way a human mind thinks it's going to come.
Give it to the water until it dries.
We've done ceremonies to the water, thanking the water, placing flowers and cornmeal and tobacco.
Till it's clear. Give it to the
Water is life. It will always be life for us. And yet, it is the water that came that day and became just a real scary, scary part of life for so many people. The thing about it is that this hopelessness and despair is going to be there for a while, and that I just had to make friends with it. It took ceremony, it took ritual, it took friends, it took everything, but mostly my belief in Creator that if we were meant to have this come back, then it's going to come back.
Yeah, the vision is to continue doing what we were doing, only on a greater scale. Some of the fundraising, some of the things that we're putting out, asking for help to rebuild the land, is touching many, many people, which will help us grow a wider community that wants to do this kind of work. That will be the blessing inside of it, is more and more people will be in touch with this kind of medicine, this kind of growth for humanity and for Mother Earth.
As I say to a lot of people, I'm in the last chapters of my life. I don't want to be known for anything or leave a legacy. I want the legacy to be that we continue to treat this earth as sacredly as possible, and that we honored the ceremonies, and that we did our own small part right here in these beautiful mountains.
You know, we all need to have a part of our lives that come with service to something else. You can choose your service, but yours is service to help somebody. And that's the thing that has happened, which is something we need to remember.
Nobody has any guarantee that this won't happen again. We'll be planting trees next week that I probably won't ever get to sit under the shade of. But I still believe that it's important for us to plant those trees.
It's very, very important for all the people who have touched this land, all the way back to the ancestors who walked this land at one time, for them to be a part of bringing humanity to a beautiful place, and that's what this land is for. It's to bring us back into connection with nature, bring us back into connection with spirit. That's what I'm really enjoying. Despite the cold weather today, I love the wind that's coming through here. I love the heat from the fire. I can hear the river on this side. And I know you can look behind me and see the destruction, but it will return to the beauty it was before.